G'day! In today's video I'm going to be doing a screen replacement on a Nokia 7 Plus. Here's the screen, here's the phone. Let's get into it. You might hear in the background a copy of Windows 10 getting installed, so Cortana may be talking over me. But apart from that, it should be pretty quiet. So to begin with, we're wanting to eject the SIM tray out of it. That's the best spot to start. Now, I can't say I've done one of these before, so there will be a little bit of learning on the go here. Just a matter of figuring out how the back separates. Then the screen would have to go through. This would connect in. Let's figure this out. So, nope, can't go through there. No screws in the bottom of it. When in doubt, dig the screen out. So I'll start at the bottom here. So as you can see there, now, I'm not going to recommend this way of doing it. Take him out. I believe there's one at the bottom here as well. No. Yeah, actually this is going to be a lot easier than I thought. We have one Phillips screw here. Make sure your phone's off. Take out your Phillips screw, relatively tiny, put that somewhere safe, take the latch off. Awesome, even better. There's one battery disconnected, one screen disconnected. So now I'm going to give this a bit of a clean up and remove the factory adhesive. If it is factory adhesive, it is a bit surprising. I would have expected it to be slightly different. Anyway, I need to remove the bottom glass down here. Now, I will have to say, HMD Global, that is a brilliant idea. One issue you've got to do when you put the screen on is you have to disconnect the battery. Why not have the battery connector right next to the screen connector? Brilliant design. That I like. I don't like how there's so many extra screws everywhere on here. It does make it a bit rigid, a bit stronger. From a repair standpoint, it's a bit more annoying. But bam, screen out, disconnected, done. Excellent. Sorry that I'm going on about it. That just does make me a little bit happy that there are companies doing that. Sadly, the Nokia brand by HMD Global is not one that overly interests myself. So I'm a bit more of a Xiaomi fan. Using the Mix 3 5G. Granted, they are lacking software updates. But Nokia as a brand, so many people have the nostalgic feeling of Nokia being indestructible. It wasn't the phone, it was the time period. If every phone is released nowadays as a solid brick with no buttons and a monochrome display, I'm pretty sure there'd be a lot less broken phones out there. The problem is, as a society, we wanted bigger display, better cameras, more expensive gear, not more durable gear. So if you can't already tell, I'm just removing various factory glue that's around. I don't think the frame is bent on this, which means installing the new screen should be pretty straightforward. A bit of glue there. So what would it take me to own a Nokia? That is a good question. Camera to be okay, the screen to be 120 Hz, preferably an OLED display. The biggest thing it comes down to me personally is price. If I can pick up a phone like that, running it like a snap, essentially a Pixel or Pixel 4a with 120 Hz display, that would probably entice me. But then again, I've always purchased usually most of my electronics second-hand, second generation stuff that has already lost its depreciation by the initial sale.
Well, Mr. Burns.
Now that I've cleared away the vast majority of that glue, I should be happy the new screen should sit in there just fine. So what I need to do from here is I'm going to switch off my heat mat, which should be irrelevant to you guys. And I'll just remove my mask for a minute. So what I'm going to do here is typically I'd use B7000 frame adhesive. This stuff comes out clear. What I'm going to do is switch to slightly, I find this stuff slightly thinner, or at least the amount that comes out of the tip of it to be thinner. So I'm going to use that on here mainly because the majority of it seems to be black. So that's going to work better than clear. So what I will do to begin with, I'm going to put this back, one of the filters. Don't really know how vital that one is, but anyway, I'll leave it there. It does have a bit of factory adhesive already on mine down the bottom here across this strip. So we'll remove the top strip here, which has none on it whatsoever. And I'm going to proceed to put a bead of frame adhesive all around the outer perimeter. I'm going to tilt it up on an angle here. There we go, that's going a bit better for me. There is a case of using too much on here, which I usually find pretty rare. I'm just trying to figure out if I have accidentally put some of the old glue into this hole. Which I look to have done that. That does look to be only a screw hole, so I don't need to be too concerned about that. So I'll proceed onwards. The only dilemma you have is if you use too much glue, is if you accidentally break that phone again. If you don't break the phone, you won't ever have to worry about opening it up again and re-gluing it. But if you do break the phone and you've used way too much glue, you're going to be cleaning it quite a bit to be able to actually reinstall another screen down the line. So it is a bit of a fine line that you need to cross. There we go. So now with everything pretty much prepped, I'll fold this over. So looking at the top, hold the cable, fold it back like so. Then we want to put the cable on and snap it into position. I'll try and move my hand out of the way. So right now it's just sitting there loosely. I should be able to push it down to snap it into position. Which at this point, it's not really producing a noticeable snapping noise. So I'm just going to hook up the battery. I think the screen is correctly attached, but I'm a little bit unsure. So I'll hit the power button now with the screen attached and the power connected. The other dilemma that I've got here is I believe that this one is also dead flat, as it's been here for a little bit. But it does seem to be an even connection on the display, so I am going to proceed as if everything is fine. Over here there is a little latch on this side for this to go under. Swing it under the latch. Use your small Phillips head screwdriver to put the screw back in. Tighten it up. You should be done. So from here, all you should have to do is lay your screen down, push it into the gaps, work your way around. Just be careful of a bit of excess glue coming out, depending on how much you used. Put your SIM tray back in there, power it up, give it a test. You should be all good. So I'm going to put this one on charge for a little bit and give it a quick test. But overall, that is how you change your display on your Nokia 7.1. Catch you later. Bye.